Good morning. We are right now outside Isabella's Pizza. We are in a small town called Bartlett, Tennessee, just kind of outside of the Memphis area. This pizzeria has amazing pizza and subs. The reviews are outstanding, and we wanted to check them out. So why don't we go inside, talk to the owners, and see how their pizza is. Okay.
But I appreciate it. So when we were reviewing places, we were just trying to find places that good reviews, small businesses, family owned, just sort of talk about them, see how things are going.
A day or two.
Yeah, how long you been making pizza for?
Since 1996.
1996. You always been in the Memphis area? Or
I was
Bartlett?
born in Michigan and parents brought me to Tennessee.
Oh yeah, where'd you learn how to make pizza? Were your parents into it or
My wife's family.
your wife's family?
Married into the business.
Married into the business. Love brought you pizza. I can't really complain about that.
Hey, love and pizza is a good combination.
Yeah, it is.
Family owned and operated
How many years?
for about 28 years.
This restaurant?
The Milano's been around since we originally started under a different name back in the early 90s, and then we branched off on our own,
Oh, did you?
took a different name.
So how long has it been underneath of Isabella's name?
About 10 years.
10 years. That's still no joke, not for a small business.
And like I said, my wife's family's been here since 1996.
Gosh. So y'all been in pizza forever. 1996.
That's all my kids ever known is pizza business. They both work here, both my daughters.
I'm here with the owner of Isabella's Pizza.
Esmeralda Bradford.
Yes. And we were talking about how your business is going and some of the challenges that you had during COVID. Could you kind of explain that to me?
Yes. First of all, we didn't know what to expect when that happened. We had to probably just pretty much play by ear as far as what was going on with everybody else around the area.
Did you have to shut down during that time?
I
or-
did about 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
We don't know what happened. At the time that happened, we started getting very, very slow. We hardly had any customers coming in, so we have no idea we didn't know what to react.
You didn't know how to react to it, right?
So we figured, it had to be serious enough for us to shut down for a couple weeks,
Of course.
and we didn't know what to expect. And then we started hearing people opening back up for takeout only, but making changes.
Right. So what
So-
type of changes did you have to make?
We have to close our dining room and
Okay.
kind of block it some way where people will not be able to sit,
So they could come and pick up their pizza and then
pick
they
up
could
the
leave.
pizza and leave, or do like a, pick up on the curbside.
Okay,
you
so were
know.
you doing a lot of curbside pickups
Yes.
in the beginning?
Right, and we
Okay.
have to adapt to, we have to get a machine to take it out there so we can swipe your card, stuff like
okay,
that.
that makes sense. You had to
A
have
lot
a
of
portable
peop-
credit card reader.
Right, a lot of people didn't want to use cash money either.
Right.
And they were trying to, stay away from everything and everybody at the time. So
Okay.
we had to adapt to a lot of changes and kind of make it work somehow.
And you said you've been in business here for how long?
8 years.
8 years.
Yes.
But you were previously at another location.
Yes.
Okay, so how long were you at that previous location?
5 years.
So that was 5 years, and then you've been at this one for
8 years.
8 years.
Right.
Okay. So you basically the community knows you.
Yes.
So I've read the reviews. You guys have great reviews on your pizza, which we're going to try one in a few minutes that they're currently making for us. And any lessons that you learned from this, like you said you had to change your menu a little bit or not?
I did. I had to change our menu and to adapt to pretty much everything that was coming our way.
Okay.
We have to adapt to ways where we never thought we would.
Right.
Having to force ourselves to wear masks, wear gloves. We couldn't touch anything. We couldn't talk to people. We have to cover ourselves pretty much.
And this is a service business, so you're supposed, normally you have the interaction with the
Yeah.
customers, and that's part of the family
Yeah.
atmosphere of coming here.
And
So
not having that was kind of it was odd.
Mhm.
Not able to talk to people, handshake, hug them,
Right.
communicate in any way. You have to stay away because for us as an, in the food industry, we have to take more precautions.
Of course, right.
Not to get sick, because one of us gets sick, everybody will get sick.
And you also, if someone got sick, would you have to shut down the whole
I
place?
had to shut down the whole place for 2 weeks. I mean, that was like the whole thing, and we couldn't afford to do that.
And you can't afford that because what a lot of people don't realize, now obviously my audience is predominantly a lot of business owners, so they understand the aspect, but just the general community, they don't understand how hard a small business owner has to work.
Yeah.
And you're the first one in here in the morning, you're the last one out, and a lot of times you're the last one to get paid because you have to pay your rent, all of your food, and
the employees and
employees, and how many employees do you have?
I have 5.
5. So you had to keep them employed during the same time?
Yeah. It was kind of hard, but we made it through though somehow.
You made it through. Well, that's good. So
yeah.
Now you've also had issues with like supply chain, or like have you been able to get all the products you needed for your foods, or?
We did at one time, and it's still now. We're having a problem where a lot of stuff is either on back order, or they don't carry it, or they change it, or it's just stuck on somewhere on the ship, and you can get it.
So would that be like the flour, like?
There's a lot of stuff that like the foam containers, the plastic containers.
Oh, like all that stuff.
Yeah, that we used to carry, for like to go. Now it's being like short. It's like in short supply.
And since you have more to-go orders, that makes it even worse.
It makes it worse.
What you used to have that would last you a couple weeks may now only last you maybe a few days.
Maybe a few days.
Okay.
And not only that, now they triple the price on all that stuff because of the same like that.
And the same thing, and that's hard. Like if the box is more expensive, you kind of have to eat that price.
You have to eat that price
because you can't really increase the price of the product too much.
And if you increase it, the customers get mad and they don't come to shop with you.
And so it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
So
unfortunately, that's the way the business works. So.
That's the way small business is. So I see the pizza's coming out right now. That looks beautiful. So we'll try a slice here and see how that is. And I've read the reviews, and you guys are amazing. So,
thank you.
So I really appreciate you inviting us here to your restaurant on your day off. This is Sunday and day off, and they invited us here. So I really appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
Let's try it here. Oh God, that's amazing. Now I know why the reviews said you guys are so amazing.